Hello and welcome to this episode of Quake It Up. A lot of things have changed, as you can probably see around me. I'm sorry as well that there haven't been as many videos in the last couple of months as I would have liked. As you can see, I've moved house. I've moved area completely to another end of the country. I've started a new job in September, and so it's just been a bit wild, to be honest. So I've just been not able to really post as much as I would like. I've had to get used to a whole new way of living and lifestyle and new job as well. So it's just been a bit manic. But as Christmas is approaching, jumper, I thought I'd do a couple of videos over the next couple of days, hopefully out before Christmas, um, about Quakers and Christmas. And so this one is going to be quite simply, do Quakers do Christmas? Let's go. So historically then, have Quakers done Christmas? No. Simple answer. Because of the main reason that Quakers don't do a lot of the things that other Christians would normally do. Uh, Quakers don't actually have historically never celebrated Christmas, because it's an outward celebration. It's a ceremony. It's a ritual that you do on a specific day every year, and because of that, Quakers historically rejected it. So the way it would work, and to be honest, it's the way that it still works today, is as usual, around Christmas time, there are meetings for worship. If one of those happens to fall on Christmas Day, it does. If it doesn't, so even today, if Christmas isn't on, if Christmas isn't on a Sunday, there doesn't tend to be a meeting for worship on Christmas Day. Now this year, Christmas Day is on a Sunday, so there will be a meeting for worship, but it will be a usual meeting for worship. Now, I mean, being Britons in the 21st century and Christmas having become what it is, it's really hard to not celebrate Christmas even culturally. So, I normally when it is a Christmas meeting for worship, Christmas will somehow come up in terms of people's reflections, people's ministry. It might have something to do with their take on the Christmas story. It might have their take on uh, the real meaning of Christmas, or maybe how the meaning of Christmas has been lost and things like that. But it wouldn't be, there is no special Christmas meeting for worship at all. It is just a normal meeting for worship with maybe a Christmas tint. And so, following on from that as well, it shouldn't be surprising that most meeting houses don't change at all or don't really do decorations for Christmas. My meeting doesn't. And do I think that's a shame? A little, because of the cultural background that Christmas has now become as a modern Britain. But so I do kind of I would like it, I suppose, but I also understand why it's not there. Again, it's an outward ritual. It has, especially things like Christmas trees that aren't even actually to do with Christian Christmas anyway. Why are we using that? Um, and that I suppose that links us with Catholics quite well. I don't think Christmas trees were allowed in Catholic churches until the 20th century or something like that. So um, I suppose we're not completely strange for not, but I suppose strange that we've still hung out on not doing that. Though I think probably I can highly imagine that there would be meeting houses which would have Christmas trees. Um, I think, and in my opinion on that, as I said, I feel it would be nice, but I think if we actually look at what it is and we try to understand what Christmas really is about, I will get to that. Um, then uh, is a Christmas tree really worth? Is that really what Christmas is about? And so I accept it, though I suppose I kind of wish there would be something there as well. But is that just the worldly me wanting to cling to outward rituals? Who knows? Another thing, obviously, that Quakers have to be quite um, respectful about when they are when it comes to Christmas time is the fact that, unlike other Christian denominations, Quakers will have in their meeting people who are atheists, people who are uh, a-religious in terms of their outlook toward God and the Jesus story. Um, there might be people who are parts of other faiths, so Buddhists or Muslims or whatever. And so, therefore, and they come to Quakerism for lots of different reasons, but it's not necessarily the Jesus narrative. Um, and so, if we were to then start having um, the more Christian elements of Christmas celebration in our meetings for worship, would we then be ostracizing these members who have every right to be there and have every right to feel that this is a place which is for them and not something that's giving in to A, the cultural Christmas, or B, the Christmas which maybe they reject on other grounds? So, do I celebrate Christmas? Well, as I've said, it would be impossible for me not to. So yes, I celebrate Christmas in exactly the same way than anyone else does. I have a Christmas tree at home. I give presents. I know that there are Quakers who have alternative arrangements for Christmas. In fact, I think there's a Quaker Take video on that. I'll try and see if I can find a link for that in the below, where it talks about different people's different Quakers' views on Christmas. And some, for example, they, instead of exchanging gifts, they give to charity and they have a meal together, and they do that, but they don't necessarily have Christmas trees and all that sort of stuff. Whereas I, for myself, just because of my background, I do celebrate Christmas in completely the way that the majority of people in the UK probably do celebrate Christmas. So how about you guys? If you're a Quaker and you're watching this, how is Christmas tackled where you are? If you're in America, or if you're in Africa, or if you're somewhere else around the world, or even from a different strand of Quakerism, because liberal Quakerism, I suppose, maybe takes, for better or for worse, takes more from the current culture than maybe others do. They're less traditional. So maybe if you're a conservative friend, or maybe a certain maybe types of evangelical friends, maybe your maybe Christmas in your Quaker sphere might be a lot different. Um, and what do you think? Do you think Quakers should do something particular for Christmas? And if so, what? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. I'll try and get back to you. But do stay tuned, because there are other Christmas Quaker videos that come in. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked it, please do click on the thumbs up button, and do check out some of my other videos about Quakerism in the UK. If you want to keep up to date with the latest videos, please do remember to subscribe as well. It really helps. Thank you.